there, you're welcome to the only show that brings you happiness in the world of diplomacy and international relations, diplomatic affairs. My name is Harriet Nartey. The show comes off every Saturday from 4:20 to 5:20 p.m. on Pan-African television. We are also on social media, Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you find yourself, you can always catch up with us and get to know what is happening when it comes to issues pertaining to diplomacy and international relations. Today is another Saturday where we come your way with the stories that are making the headlines, who is making the news, what is happening, current affairs, basically when it comes to this platform. And I am very, very excited that we have a very, very important representative here who is representing his country and his people, and also fostering relations between his country and the Republic of Ghana. I'll take a break. When I come back, I'll tell you who we have in the studio with us. Welcome back. The show is Diplomatic Affairs. My name is Harriet Nartey. I have with me His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmed Halil, and he is the Ambassador of the State of Palestine to the Republic of Ghana. He's more or less like, he's like family. He's been in this country. He has a very good relationship with everybody from, bottom up, and he is always on the move trying to put a smile on the faces of the Ghanaian children, especially. He loves them to death. So I am excited that we'll be talking to him today. But then, most importantly, you know why we are having this conversation? The conversation will be spanning from the Middle East conflict. We'll be talking about land disputes and also humanitarian crisis, including starvation in Gaza. It is very crucial that we talk about this on the show. Your Excellency, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much
for your time.
Thank
How
you.
have you been?
I'm fine. It's very difficult to see the news all the time and open the TV and see what's happening in Gaza and in the West Bank. But we are strong enough to defend about ourselves and our people and our country. It's fine.
The State of Palestine, it seems, has to pay dearly for the self-determination and also the freedom that they want. With everything that is happening, do you think this is the time? How do you feel about it?
We see the establishment of the State of Palestine. It will be very soon. Today, before I come to the studio, Portugal decided to recognize with the State of Palestine. And yesterday, UK decided to recognize with Palestine, and Canada decided to recognize with Palestine. And I think most of the European countries will recognize with Palestine in the next month, in September. So all the world start to understand, if you want to stop this conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians, there should be two-state solution, and they support the two-state solution because they know my people looking for freedom, as you said, and my people looking to self-determination. They don't want anyone to control their life. Nobody like anyone to control his life. Nobody want to travel from Ghana, from Accra to Kumasi, and there is checkpoints in the road and stop the people for 3, 4, 5 hours. And there is no reason for this. Only they want our life to be very difficult in our country. One day I remember there was 425 checkpoints in the West Bank. Imagine between our two cities and between our villages there is checkpoints, and stop the people in the evening or in the day, and don't allow to them to back to their housing after they work for hours. It's very difficult for us. My people suffering too much under this worst occupation in the history, the Israeli occupation, the apartheid system against my people. But by the way, I am from Gaza.
Oh, you are from Gaza?
I am from Gaza.
Have any of your family members been affected?
I know all the family in Gaza. I know all the roads. I know all the families. I know everything in Gaza. And I spent in Gaza more than 50 years. We are suffering too much, but I know my people very well. My people looking, as I said, for freedom, and they are strong enough to defend about their people. If the Israelis think when they killed more than from the Palestinian people, we will leave our lands, I think they don't know my people very well. The Palestinian people will not leave their lands. They will stay in Gaza and in the West Bank. And one day, my people will living in peace in their state, in Gaza and in the West Bank, and East Jerusalem, the capital city and the heart of the Palestinian people. All the world support the two-state solution. All the world asked Israel to leave the lands which occupied in 1967 according to the international law, including East Jerusalem, the capital city of the Palestinian people. So my people have very strong believing with their land, with their country, and we believe that one day we will see Palestine free, and I think it will be free.
One day Palestine or Palestinians will be free. Now, Excellency, before we talk about the current situation, which is starvation in Gaza, and of course affecting Palestinians as well, I want us to talk about the activities of Hamas. Can I ask you if Palestinians support the activities or the attack that happened on the 7th of October? Is it something that Palestinians in general really supported for that to have happened?
Listen, look, sometimes some of the journalists like the Palestinian people to talk only about what's happened the 7th of October. I cannot understand why. If we have the information about this conflict from the beginning to the 7th of October, we should take all the story, not only a piece from the story, and talk about it. This conflict started in 1948. Before 1947, there is nothing in the history. Its name is Israel. All the world, all the book history, it's talk about Palestine. Yani when British occupied Ghana, Palestine occupied by British in the same time. Before British, Turkish was in Palestine.
Yeah,
we have our
Ottoman.
own money, we have our schools, we have our agriculture, we have our economy, we have everything in Palestine. It was Palestine in all the books which talk about the history in the world. Nobody talk about Israel. After 1947, they start to talk about Israel. But before this date, most of the Israelis, they are not living in Palestine. 90% from the people who are living in Palestine, they are Palestinian. There is only 10% Jewish and Christian, Israelis and the Christian. By the way, the Israelis, you know, they are not Christian, they are Jew. They are Jew, okay? So when the European countries decide to recognize state for the Jew and send them to Palestine, because a lot of the question I don't like to talk about it. The European countries don't like them to stay there. So they asked them to choose state for them, and they told them, you want to go to Palestine or Uganda or Australia, I think. And they choose Palestine to be their state. If they choose Uganda, everything happened in Palestine now, it will be in Uganda. So my people start to suffering from the beginning. When Israel started the first war against my people, against our villages, against our cities, and in 1948, and they bombing our villages, and they occupied 78% from our lands, historical lands. After that, and they killed thousands from my people and injured thousands from my people, and they brought it more than, now we talk about more than 6 million Palestinian people. They cannot back to their house. They cannot back to their garden. They cannot back only to see their housing or their garden, if it is still there. Because the Israelis, I know that they bomb it or destroy it, and they build a new housing to the settlers and to the Israelis. So my people suffering from 1948, then the war 1967, to this time, they occupied all our lands. To 2025, they occupied our lands. And my people suffering too much under this worst occupation in the history. You know, let me tell you something. Before the 7th of October, how many of the Israelis killed from the Palestinian people? 100,000. How much they arrest? 100,000.
Does that really justify the actions of Hamas?
Before Hamas, there is no Hamas in that time. There is no Hamas. There is Fatah movement. There is the PLO. There is Yasser Arafat. And they killed 100,000 from my people before Hamas. In the first Intifada, what's my people have in that time? They have only the stone. Stone against tank. Stone against the Israeli soldiers. And they killed more than 1,500 from my people. And they injured more than 15,000 from my people. In the second Intifada, how much they killed from my people? There is no Hamas before this time. So this conflict started in the first moment when Israel occupied our lands. And our struggle started in the first moment against this occupation, because we want to see my people and our country free from this occupation. So if you want to talk about the Hamas and what's happening in the 7th of October, okay, this conflict don't start in the 7th of October.
Right.
Before.
Yes.
For a long time.
Absolutely.
Now more than 76 years.
Right.
For this conflict. Okay, number one. Number two, let me ask you, to now the Israelis killed more than 60,000 from my people. More than 25,000 children. I talk about babies now. And more than 12,000 women. These women and these children, they are Hamas? These children Hamas? This is children Hamas. This one Hamas. This one, their mom don't have food to feed them. They are Hamas. This is children Hamas. Why? Why they talk about Hamas now? Why they talk only about the 7th of October? Before the 7th of October, Israel siege Gaza and don't allow to the food to enter to the people or the medicine. Before the 7th of October, more than 18 years. That's not mean I defend about Hamas. Me, I am ambassador to all the Palestinian people. I defend about my people, all my people. So this conflict not between Hamas and the Israelis, because they killed more than 25,000 children. They are not Hamas. The women, they are not Hamas. You know what they are doing? Sometimes they ask the people to leave their housing. Leave your house. Where the people going? They go to the schools, mosques, church, and hospitals. Now nobody need to lie, because if the people open the TV, they will see the right. Then they bombing the housing, the hospitals, the church, the mosques, and the schools. You know Ma'madani Hospital. This hospital, they built it before the establishment of Israel. It's a Christian hospital. When they bombed it in the 7th of October 2023, I cannot forget this day. It is a Christian hospital. They killed more than 300 from the Palestinian people. The last week they bombed one of the church in Gaza, and they killed 3 from the people inside, and the pastor injured because of the bomb of the church. So this conflict not between Hamas and Israel. This conflict between all the Palestinian people. We are looking for freedom and the occupation. We are not against the Israelis because they are Israelis. We are not against the Jew because they are Jew. My religion don't ask me to hate anyone because of his religion or his nationality. But we don't like the occupier. We want the occupation to leave our lands. We want to see the Palestinian people living in peace on their lands which occupied in 1967. So this conflict not between Hamas and Israel, number one. Number two, look, most of the Palestinian people, Israel killed them. They are not Hamas. Why, when they enter Rafah city, they ask all the people to leave Rafah city, and then they destroy all the housing in Rafah city. All the housing, there is no housing there. Then they ask Khanun city, leave your house, go to Mawasi area. When the people went to the Mawasi area, they enter Abasan, call it, Khuza'a, Bani Suhaila, Palestinians area, and they bombing all the housing. They destroy it. Why?
Because the excuse is that Hamas has been using the people as shield.
Listen to me. This is, you know, the point number 3, I want to talk about it before I answer you. Who's support Hamas from the beginning? Who's? I have all the information about Gaza. Some information I can talk about it, and some of them I cannot talk about it. In the beginning, in 1997, the Muslims brother start their work in Palestine. The Muslims brother, they call them Muslims brother. After that, they take the name of Hamas. They get the name of Hamas. But before, they call them Muslims brother. Okay? They start their work in Palestine. In that time, if anyone start his work with Fatah movement, the PLO, the Israelis arrest him. The people, the Muslims Brotherhood, when they start their work, Israel leaves them. Don't try to arrest them or ask them, or they leave them because they want them to be strong, because they want two Palestinian side, and then to fight. Before the 7th of October, you know, Israel sent to Gaza from Qatar, the money coming from Qatar to Tel Aviv airport. Tel Aviv airport. Not through my authority, the Palestinian authority. Tel Aviv airport from Israel. And Israel take the bags with $30 million and give it to Gaza, to Hamas. Why? Because they think they should separate the Palestinian people, and they want Gaza to be alone, and they want the West Bank to be alone, and they don't want the Palestinian people to be united. Because of that, there is checkpoints between the West Bank and Gaza. They separated. They don't want the Palestinian people to feeling in peace. They want them to be united. They don't want them to have their state one day and living in peace. So, if you ask anyone, know what's happened exactly in Gaza. Know everything about how we reached to the 7th of October. You understand? I think.
So what you are saying is that 7th of October just didn't happen.
Can answer about this question.
Yes.
Sorry?
What you are saying is that 7th of October didn't just happen, right? So this didn't start yesterday. Is that what you are saying?
Of course,
This
yeah.
didn't start yesterday. But what do we say to critics who have also pointed out that Palestinians or Palestinian leadership has refused several peace proposals in the past? For example, the 1947 UN partition plan or the 2000 Camp David summit. I mean, how do you respond to some of these claims?
The Israelis sometimes talk about this. Sometimes they like to talk about about 1947, and the Palestinian people refuse. As what? Because all Palestine was to us.
The deal didn't favor Palestine.
And then you want to give me 55 from my land. The Palestinian people refuse it. Now, all the world asked the Israelis to leave our lands which occupied in 1967. You know, we talk about 22% from our historical land, and Israel refused. That's mean we do mistake when we refuse. Listen to me. I cannot delete the history. It's not easy for anyone to delete the history like this. The Palestinian refuse, and your country you are looking for peace. If Israel looking for peace, and they support the peace in the Middle East and with the Palestinian people, why after we sign Oslo agreement with them, they kill their prime minister? Itzhak Rabin. I was in Gaza on that time when they killed him.
Yeah, 2 years
they
after.
They shoot him and they kill him because he signed the agreement. Why their leader start to organize very big demonstration against the agreement? In the same time, my people organize very big demonstration in Gaza, support to this agreement. Look, the Palestinian people looking for peace and they want to be free, and the Israelis start to organize demonstration against their prime minister, and then they shoot him and they killed him. You want the peace with the Palestinian people? Come to sit on the table with our leader. Come to sit on the table with our President Mahmoud Abbas and talk about the peace if you want the peace. But if you kill my people every day, kill our children every morning, kill our women every night, and then said the Palestinian people refused the agreement in 1947, what we are doing now? Let's talk about what we are doing now. You know, imagine that you have children, and you have children, okay? And you don't have money, and you don't have food, and the hospital don't have medicine, and your children cry for 7 days, and you don't have small food to give him or small water, and then he die. 250 Palestinian babies die because their mom don't have food to give them. Look, this is the body of the Palestinian people. Look, look, look how's their legs. Look, this is Hamas. The Israelis talk about peace. This is the peace of Israel. If any person in this world want to know the peace of Israel, this is the peace of Israel. So we like to sign agreement. I think our president and our government like to sign agreement with them, but they want to sit with the Palestinian people on the table? No, I know them very well. I know them very well. They don't believe with our history. They don't believe with our geography. They're looking to us as animals. But me, you know me very well. I'm a human person. Anything I like it to myself, I like it to the other people. Anything. So, don't talk about the peace and kill people.
Excellency, I want us to talk about, the restriction of humanitarian aid into Gaza. For instance, this has caused a lot of, when I see the images on the various media platforms, I feel very, very sad. And I can only imagine how you will be feeling every time you are seeing these images, played on the screens. Now, Israel has often claimed that humanitarian aid entering Gaza is diverted by Hamas, even sold to fund or procure weapons. I mean, how do you respond to this? That is why they have decided to control aid coming into Gaza.
Number one,
what do you make of this?
Number one, there is starvation in Gaza. When I hear about it on the TV, sometimes you are not feeling how much it's very difficult for my people don't find food. You cannot feeling very well. But when you talk with some of your family and some of your friends, and some of them told me that this one start to remove from their hands because there is no vitamin. The last 4 months, the people don't eat chicken, don't eat meat, don't eat. Israel did not allow to any food to enter to Gaza. 4 months. The children start to suffering with a lot of sickness in their body. Our children, the women. And when I talk with some of my friends, their teeth, some of them start to fall down, because there is no vitamin enter their body. They don't have anything to eat. You understand? This is the peace of Israel. Those people, Hamas, when you bombing and destroy all the city, Rafah or Khan Yunis or Al Bureij or Gaza, this is housing for Hamas people.
Would you say this has never been about Hamas when it comes to Israel's
They say because
interest?
of Hamas, but not because of Hamas. Not because of Hamas. They should ask themselves why the 7th of October happened. Why? I know their leader know the answer. I know the answer, and they know. And they know the answer. Why this happened? You want to siege the people, put them in the corner, don't allow the food to enter to them, or the medicine, and touch their dignity every moment. Don't allow to them to live in peace, and then you ask why the people do this and do this against me. This conflict will not stop. They will not stop without the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on the land which occupied in 1967. The Israelis never live in peace like this, with killing my people. They should stop. They talk too much about the hostage of Israel. Hamas take 300 from the Israelis to Gaza.
Yes.
What's about 15,000 Palestinians stay in the prison of Israel now? What's about those people? They are not human? They don't have families? They don't have children? I met one of them since I met Egypt in December, after he left the Israeli prison and he went to Egypt. You know, when he see his children, he don't know this is his children. Because 20 years he did not see his children. He did not see his, he don't know this my children. What's about our prisoner in the prison? You know, sometimes I ask myself, after the 7th of October, there is 300 Israelis, Hamas take them from Israel to Gaza, okay? And there is 7,000 in that time from the Palestinian people in the prison of Israel. Why the government of Israel did not sign agreement to leave all the Palestinian people and take the Israelis from Hamas in 1 week? Why did not sign agreement like this and take their people? Because if they do it, the government will fall, number one. The government of the Prime Minister of Israel. Number two, look what's happening in Gaza. They want to do all this. They want to destroy.
Are you saying that this is ongoing, or the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, doesn't want this to stop because it is in favor of his leadership, as it is?
The leader of Israel,
it is keeping him going.
Okay, the leader of Israel talk about this, not me. Look what's the former Prime Minister Ehud Olmert talk about. He talk about this, and he said Netanyahu can end this war from after 1 month.
You think he's benefiting from the war?
The Prime Minister of Israel, yes, he talk about this. And the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, he talk about this, not me. Most of the leaders who know exactly what's happened inside Israel, they know the truth. They know that Israel can, if she want, she can end this war since 1 month only with Hamas and finish everything, you know. But I don't know, maybe they are feeling happy and enjoy and they sleep very well in the evening when they kill 25,000 from my children and more than 12,000 from our women, and destroy all our housing. More than 80% from our housing, they destroy it. When the people back to their housing, imagine that you back to your house and you don't find washing room, you don't find kitchen, you don't find bedroom, you don't find anything, you don't find gas, you don't find TV, you don't find chair, you don't find bed, you don't find anything. So they are feeling happy when they see the Palestinian people suffering like this. From now, maybe 10 years or 20 years, they are feeling happy. And this will bring the peace to between the Palestinians and the Israelis? No. This will not bring the peace to the area, to the Middle East. The peace only to sit on the table with the Palestinians leader and sign peace agreement, and the Israelis living in peace and the Palestinian people living in peace. That's it. If they sign agreement, maybe one day you will see that there is much between the Palestinians and the Israelis.
Your Excellency, I spoke with the Israeli ambassador to Ghana, and he mentioned that Israel is willing and ready to live side by side with Palestinians. However, the threat is Hamas, because Hamas has failed to recognize Israel's statehood.
I don't like to mention, I don't see the interview, and I don't like to talk about what Israeli ambassador said.
But do you think Hamas is why peace has not been
listen to me, I will tell you
seen
something.
in all of this?
I will tell you something. Sometimes you meet a lot of people in your life, right? Maybe some people you meet them, if they talk about their name, if you ask them about their name, they lie. If you ask them about their nationality, they lie. If you ask them about anything, they lie. You understand? So I will not talk about what the Israeli ambassador talk. I don't see the interview. I don't want to see it. Okay, because I know what they are talk. Because I read their newspaper every day. I understand their language. I see sometimes some of their programs on the TV. You understand? So I know how they try. How they want the world to believe with their story. They cannot. Now it is too late. They cannot. When the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Israel asked the Israelis, if you want to travel from Israel to another country, don't mention to the people there you are from Israel. You know what that means? They were not feeling comfortable outside.
No, maybe because
maybe the people ask them
they feel threatened
to leave the restaurant. I see a lot of videos when the Israelis go to some of the restaurants in the European country. The people, when they know they are Israelis, they ask them to leave the restaurant. We don't want you to go and kill more children. Don't stay here. You understand? This will not bring the peace to the Israelis at all. You know, I read the history very well. I read the books of their leader, like Menachem Begin, Moshe Sharit. I know how they are thinking. If they want Israel to living in peace in the Middle East, without sitting with the Palestinian leader and sign a peace agreement, it is very difficult for the two sides, not only one side. So, if you want to talk about the peace and you can sit side by side with the Palestinian people, it is very easy. It is very easy. If I want, it's easy to ask the Americans, some of the European countries leader, please, let's sit with the Palestinian leader and sit on the table and sign agreement to living in peace with the Israelis and the Palestinians. It's very easy, but they don't believe. You know, when some of the countries start to send the food to the people, the children in Gaza, the last week, and some of the planes start to feel the food to the children, some of their ministers, they said, why we down the food to the Palestinian people? We should bind the rockets. We should down the rockets to the Palestinian people. Why? We are not human. Why? You want to kill more children and more families?
Let me ask you, what would you say about the United Nations? The UN is supposed to serve as the global police in ensuring that there is peace in the Middle East. To be precise, Israel and Palestine. Would you commend them so far for what they have done, or you think they could have done more?
I think they need to do more. They are doing very well. You know, the Palestinian people, without the UNRWA in Gaza and in the West Bank, they cannot continue. Their life will be more difficult. So the United Nations help Palestine too much. And the very good things now, most of the reports which talk about Gaza and the West Bank, they are not Palestinian reports. It is the UN reports,
right,
the International Health Report, not Palestinian organization publish it. Because all the world start to believe with the suffering of the Palestinian people. Why millions of the people in the European country organize very big demonstration? If you look to the demonstration, you will see an old woman. You see children, you see women, you see students, journalists, artists. They go and sing and dancing, support to Palestine, support to our suffering. Listen to me, nobody will respect me if my coffee, your blood. Nobody will like me. Nobody will respect me. Don't imagine that you will kill the people and then the people will tell you, take this cigarette and this Nescafe drink, thank you so much. So I think it is very easy to see the peace in the Middle East. For me, it is very easy. If they think very well and looking to the Palestinian people as a human, people looking for freedom, people like to live in peace in their state, in their country, on their lands, it's very easy for them to sign agreement with our leaders.
Before I move away from this, let's talk, and then we talk about what you do here in the Ghanaian community. I know how much you love the orphans and how frequently you visit them to put smiles on their faces. But in your view, what do you think are the realistic pathways to a two-state solution? What do you think?
There is no solution for this conflict, only the two-state solution. No, never. Without the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on our lands, there is no peace in the Middle East. And all the world support this. Now, the Israeli government starts to feeling that something will change in the world. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, he said he wants to see a new Middle East. Right? The new Middle East will be the next month, when all the world recognize with Palestinian state. If he think that when he kill the children like this, the world will change and support Israel, I think this is not right. When the world looking on the TV and watching the videos and read what some of the European journalists write about what's happening in Gaza, and so what some of the doctors who's working in Gaza now, when they talk with the media outside and know exactly what's happening in Palestine, I think the world will change, but will change to the side of the Palestinian side, not to the Israeli side.
All right. Now, you are a diplomat serving in the interest of your country and the people and fostering relations between your country and, of course, our country, the host country. I know you are very passionate. You are a humanitarian as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the things that you do. I mean, as the Ambassador of Palestine here in Ghana, some of the things you do and why you do them. I know about the boreholes you have actually introduced in most of these vulnerable, communities. You are here tomorrow in the Volta region. The next time you are in Kumasi. That is very commendable. But the question I ask myself is, the man who doesn't have enough to eat is willing to sympathize with others who are also hungry. How do you feel?
I spent 11 years in Ghana now.
11 good years in Ghana?
Yes. In the 4th of the next month, it will be 11 years. Number two, I like the country. I like the people. And because it has the culture of the peace. I spent all my life in Gaza and in Yemen, and there is conflict in Gaza and in Yemen. But when I arrive to this country and I see that the peaceful people, the Ghanaians people, I like this country. Number three, I work hard to increase the relationship between Ghana and Palestine. I will tell you something. When I went to do the celebration with my birthday, the last year I invite
I had 300 orphans.
Ghanaians orphans children. I invite them to the embassy, and I bought food to all of them.
You ate with them?
Yes, and I invite musicians to sing for them, to dance and enjoy their time.
Entertainment.
And I rent the kids player to play in the embassy, and we bought gifts to all of them. I spent my birthday with the orphans children, not because I am a human only, because I was orphans, because my father died when I was only 6 years old. So I am feeling with the children, and I like to be their father maybe for one day on the year. I'm feeling very happy, and I spend my birthday with them. I am human because I am suffering too much in Gaza, and I see the suffering of my people. I don't like to see not only the Ghanaian people, the African people, and any people in this world to suffering too much. I like to see all the people happy. Because of that, you know me very well. I don't think I like it to myself, I like it to the other people. So when I sometimes visit some of the hospitals and take something to the sick people, to support them and to talk with them and be strong, please, you will be okay, don't worry, it's okay. Or visit some of the schools to support the children.
With all the things you are going through, you still find the strength to uplift others?
I'm feeling very happy. You know. And this is my job. And this is my humanity, to stand with my brothers and sisters, the Ghanaian people. Ghana now my second country, because I spent long time, as I told you. And the last year I construct more than 25 mechanized borehole in some of the villages, very far villages. You know, I back to Ghana, I back to Accra sick. It is the village of the former Minister of Sport.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the area, I forget it. I traveled from here to Tamale, 12 hours, and slept in the hotel. And in the morning, 6 morning, I went to the village to open the school. We built it there, and mechanized borehole and mosque and washing rooms to the people there. And then 6 hours, and I back to Tamale 6 hours, and slept in the hotel, and I back to Accra 12 hours. 36 hours I was in my car to open the school to the children there, because I want to feeling happy. When I want to sleep comfortable. Maybe I back sick, okay?
I'm
But
tired.
in the name of God, I am feeling very happy. So this is my duty, because Ghana give us too much. Maybe I know everything. Ghana was very generous with the Palestinian people. Ghana all the time stand by the side of justice and vote with Palestine in the UN and in all the international organization. Ghana stand by the side of justice, human rights, and international law. Any country in this world stand with this three, you should respect here and be proud of this country. And the people inside, the Ghanaian people, should be proud of their government, of their president, of their history, because their country stand all the time by the side of the international law, the justice, and the human rights. So I'm feeling very happy when I do anything to my brothers, the Ghanaian people. Sometimes they invite me to the church, I'm going. Sometimes they invite me to the mosques, I'm going. If anyone wants to give his children name, he invite me, I'm going, and I support him. I'm feeling they close too much to me. And when I back from any program like this, I'm feeling very happy. And I'm feeling very happy.
Excellency.
So I like to say, I am going to all this, I am doing all this one, these things,
right,
to say thank you to Ghana only.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And final words as we wrap up, please.
My message to the President of the Republic of Ghana, the government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, thank you so much for everything. As I said, Ghana was very generous with the Palestinian people. The Ghanaian people should like their country more than they like themselves. They should love their country more than they like themselves. Ghana should be a peaceful country. Don't allow to any tourist group to enter this country. And the Ghanaian people should be proud with their nationality. When in the election, when I'm looking to the people and I see the old women going to vote in the election, you know how much the people are proud with themselves and with their country. So take care about your country. Try to live in peace and continue to live in peace in this beautiful country and the beautiful people. Thank you so much.
All right then, Excellency. Thank you so much. But I saw you with this beautiful bag, gift bag. I'm curious to learn what is inside.
I cannot come to the studio without to bring to me a gift to bless you, bless your family, and bless your work.
Thank you.
And bless Ghana too.
Ghana.
Our brothers, the Christian people.
Right.
This is from Bethlehem.
Oh.
You will like it.
This is from
Bethlehem in Palestine.
This is from Bethlehem
Yes,
in Palestine.
Yes, please.
Wow, look at that. This is beautiful.
Yeah. God bless you. Bless the president, the government, the people of Ghana. Bless your family. Bless all the African people.
Let me thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I will appreciate this forever.
Thank you so much.
I am yet to be in, I will visit very soon. You should take me to Palestine because I really want to experience the Middle East.
When the war stop, you can. And leaving Gaza.
As a journalist, I don't mind being on the ground.
I will invite you to my house.
I would love to.
If my house is still there, I don't know.
Whether it's going to get bombed or you will be fine. Thank you so much. This is really beautiful. This is very symbolic. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtain on today's production. No, let me just hold this. So this is where we draw the curtain on today's production. I have been speaking with the Ambassador of the State of Palestine here in Ghana. He's been here for 11 good years, fostering relations between the good people of Palestine and, of course, Ghana. So it's been a very great time with you. Thank you so much once again. His Excellency Abdul Fattah Ahmed Halil. And, of course, we've been talking about Palestine, the situation in the Middle East. And also we are talking about the conflict, the land disputes, and, of course, the road to peace and it's been a very insightful conversation. Thank you so much for joining us once again. My name is Harriet Nartey. You can watch this on our platforms, that is Pan-African Television, YouTube, and of course Facebook as well. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, DATV Ghana, and also follow us for the latest when it comes to issues pertaining to diplomacy and international relations. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.